David Starr and Philip Barrow on another adventure. It's like
Oh,
that, like them two adventures that go back in time with the guitar.
yeah, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Yeah. You know what's
Yeah.
interesting? Actually, I was thinking about that the other day. You know how they go down those tubes, and inside the tubes is like the phone booth?
Yeah.
The tubes, that's how I actually see light. And when I'm traveling through people's frequency, it's exactly like that. You're going through all these frequencies and going back in time. It's crazy. I thought about it the other day. I'm like, oh my God,
Mm.
that's like the perfect example of how I see it in the quantum. It's like, not the,
So, sometimes I see it like, Doctor Who. You must have had Doctor Who where the machine goes in. I actually see it like I'm the spaceship going through. A bit crazy. Yeah. It's like you're on mushrooms, but you're not. So,
yeah, no, it's definitely like the lucid expansion for sure.
yeah.
So today, I guess the prelude to this mission, and I'm just gonna I want to call on all of our teams of light before we even explain this, but I'm gonna go
Is
over
it
our
worth
teams.
is it worth me playing the Himalayan bowl to clear the space to
Yeah,
start with?
sure, sure.
That's the first thing. And I'm putting the amplifier in case it's ever on my YouTube, but I don't think it will be. Or if we die, go in a coma, we've got it on video.
Yeah. All right, so I'm just gonna call on the Archangels and the Ascended Masters, the Heavenly Mother and Father, my aspect of eternity of light to be with me. Do you want to call anybody?
Yeah, I'm calling in. I'm actually going calling Ganache, Kalima, and Sophia, and my crystal source being Hermes, my ascended master, and all my other aspects, all my teams. Uh, my
Yeah, definitely
team, yeah,
all councils of light for sure.
yeah.
Like of the of love frequency and higher.
hmm Okay, and I might even call one of my dark ones just to make sure, which I won't tell you who it is. Yeah, he's light now. I've persuaded him.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's not light. He's not got any evil in him. Yeah. Okay.
All right, so I'm just gonna put on all armors of God that I know of, all frequencies of protection around my home, around this video, around all of my chakras to illuminate in the highest frequencies of divinity, the highest protections that I am, in the highest light and love of all.
Around all your family as well.
Yeah.
I'm just bringing the energies down from the celestials. I'm actually bringing source energy down.
calling in all the prime rays of creation to be with us. So I'm seeing the angelic realm is getting that ready anyway.
I'm bringing in the warrior clan of the dragons.
Oh yeah, definitely calling in all my dragon aspects and
Yeah,
being dragon.
I've got a rainbow crystal dragon, one of the earliest. And the Emerald Order and the Emerald Dragons. I've connected some of the dragons to partly merge them so I can give dragons breath.
And I'm also just connecting with my universal self just to be watching us and stuff and always watching our back and protecting and all these things with all the kingdoms of light. So I get universal perspective what's going on as well. And I'm just being guided to go to connect and find out what sort of like a generic plan. We kind of have it small, but
I've just been received a download. So any illusions, I can see the truth. I won't get trapped in them.
good. You remember when I told you that when I first went into the building in the realm, there was like a Taj Mahal, and then there's these two girls sitting, and they're just talking about diamonds, about nothing, and
Mm,
um, in this sort of like in this room, and then around the
yeah,
room there was Robin Williams down the hall. That's where that fallen or that one angel Aziel was being taken care of with those other negative beings, right?
yeah.
So what I'm seeing is those two girls who are sitting in that room are a program. And
I was just going to say that.
yeah,
Not real, are they?
and they're feeding that looping thing down this dark shaft. It's like a big, long shaft, like an elevator, right? That's
Mm,
trapping all the angels inside of it. And so the reason why there's that looping code is because they're like a looping consciousness of nothing. And they keep feeding the loop as they're talking. They constantly talk all about nothing, looping and looping with a looping code.
I wonder if that protects the place as well.
Well, what I think we have to do is evolve their code, like maybe even like bring codes into them and let them flow through this shaft to open up the doors to let the angels out.
Mm.
Um, that's just one thing that I'm being shown, like in the angelic realm,
How,
explaining about
how many
this
how many angels are in there?
in the angelic realm.
No,
Oh,
in the trap.
144.
Hmm. They're
Yeah,
trapped there. They
right.
done rescue missions before and they failed.
They were going in after Aziel, who's guess was going in after the rescuing the souls of Atlantis, who then got
Hmm.
trapped into this whole thing, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, so just so now I know. So the entry point, we can go in right at the top of this Taj Mahal, like where I went in the first time, evolve
Hmm.
those codes, or at least we can just evolve the codes through it
Do you
into.
know I can see the top of that, and that's where the power's going in. It's using the energy of the ethanol. Okay, and that's what's actually part of the reason where the powers get going. It's the top of that's powering up the matrix.
Right. So then we have to do something. It's powering from something. So this might be this might be the thing. Maybe we tune in from the outside of it, follow where it's powering, because it could be a ship. This could be
Yeah.
a combination of entities working with like reptilians or something, like in some weird kind of conspiracy thing, right? So if we follow the power source, maybe that's where the database is, and maybe that's why they're always stuck there because it's being controlled from outside.
Hmm.
So this is starting to make a little bit more sense now. I got to find out about this Aziel heart thing though, and see how we're supposed to. I like to gather the information before we go in, to be honest.
I don't want to stuck.
Use my junkie.
I like amusement arcades, but I don't want to be stuck there for life
Yeah,
and
exactly.
more lives than God knows how long. They're also using the angel. I'm being told they're using the angel's power as well.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think they're tied up. Ooh.
Christ is guiding me now all of a sudden. Um, he's bringing my awareness to something here. Just give me a sec. All right, so I'm just going back in time. I'm being guided to go back in time to the creation of this realm and stuff to take a look at how all these angels got stuck, why they got stuck. I know they were chasing master souls inside of that big box, and then it was like it got closed in on them in 1 second. They were trapped. Um, but they all went in after these souls, and so I just want to just take a peek here in time. I'm just going to take a perception of light that's viewing this thing from an outside point of view in space and time through Akashic records, connecting in and viewing now. It's the same thing, Phil.
Hmm?
It's just these like it's oh wait, hold on, let me just see if this is what happens here. Let me just but I what I'm seeing is this crazy black rectangular ship, super long in space, almost like it's replicating a projection of itself inside of this realm. And so, in one way, these angels are trapped in con the the confines of the ship, and in another way, in this realm that is s- enslaving souls as well. So let's see. I'm just tuning into this here. At this point, the Earth has a shield before this ship comes in. This is the end of Atlantis.
That wasn't me. It's like they're vacuuming the cells up. Ah,
Right at the exact time,
they had a cell trap.
right when they somehow they were impervious to the planet exploding, and they just sucked it all in, went through the portal to Earth, right?
In like a cell trap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Isn't that crazy? All these angels are coming in to rescue these souls, and it all gets sucked up into the ship as it goes, because as soon as the planet was destroyed, the field was penetrable by the ship, right?
I'm getting
Uh,
a bit. I'm getting a lot of darkness. I can see.
yeah,
I.
well, don't tune into the ship,
I'm,
right?
I'm not. I'm not. I'm not. Uh, I wonder if they think they're in heaven or the afterlife.
They do. They
Mm,
do. The souls that are there, they do. I'm not
mm,
sure if the angels do. Um, they might feel like, you know how like when a soul dies and sometimes it just keeps replaying the same thing over and over again,
yeah.
like not realizing they're dead or whatever. Like it could even be something like that. Like the time just kind of slows and they're still like just rescuing the souls, and they just keep playing that over and over in some kind of like a program on a ship. I'm not sure. So this is a pretty sophisticated ship. I've never seen a ship like this. It's probably actually I have. This is one of those monster ships from the Dark Order, from the Dark Universe. So it's very similar then to how they were trapping the god beings. And so how I saw it when I rescued these souls from that universe is, um, there's all these quadrants, and dark code all throughout it. And so it's like a light is stuck in a quadrant, and around this
Mm.
light is like a universe that never ends. This is exactly the download I got. Um,
I saw that light then when you mention it.
so this is what we
Mm,
have to likely what we're gonna have to do is follow the power source and completely cloak ourselves, right? Follow the power
mm.
source of this Taj Mahal building to this ship, right? Somewhere on this ship, there's a mainframe computer. In this mainframe computer, we got to evolve the code from there, which is then going to evolve it below in the realm they've created in Earth as well, and then create a path for all the angels and the light to come out of it. And then we're just going to intend, as all the light's coming out, we connect. If there's any hearts, like Aziel's heart needs to be connected to him, we're just going to quickly connect 2 points of time together so his heart goes back and all souls go out. I would say this is probably the mission. But let me just, and this actually completely connects with the download that I got as well. These little boxes, these cubes, you
Mm.
can't go into them yet because there's a looping code into it. So we go into the mainframe of the ship. So we're gonna have to be incognito. And you remember Draconians, how they would like have heat signatures, and we'd have to
Mm.
put on like a heat signature cloak and stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, I imagine we're gonna have to do the same thing with this.
Mm.
Likely, they probably at least have that ability. Um,
Well, I just was sniffing there, and there was like dark, like smoke beings around it of some sort. Whether
mhm.
that's just a defense, he must have a defense system. Yeah.
Yeah, the weakness is where it projects from. That's how
Yeah.
I rescued all these other things in the other universe when I was doing that work. Is because it's
Okay.
projecting from like the top of the ship. So
Mm,
we just basically got to send in an evolution code through and intend to find that mainframe. I mean, we might even be able to do it from not even going into the ship and just sort of rescue everything out of the ship. And then that will create the rescue in the realm where they're at the same time. It will open up that containment that they're in inside of that structure,
mm,
right?
okay.
Uh,
By the way, these smoke beings were as big as a ship, so they've got a good defense system.
yeah, yeah. So let's
Mm.
just get a little bit more. I feel pretty happy with everything right now as it's all lining up. Like, and I just want to make 100% sure before we go in if there's anything else that we need to know.
Is this recording, by the way?
Yeah,
I can't see it recording anymore.
yeah, it is. It's right. I see it.
Oh,
It's at the
is it?
top. Yep.
My system's down. Right. Can we just portal it? Yeah, we don't know what's inside. We can't even portal in, can we?
We could portal. We can send like a holographic.
Hmm.
Um, we can create. We can create an energy to go in that. Let's just say will just dematerialize once we're done. We can just create our own little like butterfly or like whatever just to go in and peek around and we'll just tune into what it sees. But it won't be our energy. We'll create it out of like just
Yeah,
excess
I
protons.
can actually see inside remote viewing it, and it's like a spiral vortex of power in there. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know what that's to do with it. Uh, Ship's massive, isn't it?
This ship is the headship of the Dark Order.
Mhm.
This ship is the headship, and this was the one I'm seeing it now. The whole universe around Atlantis and that planet before we portal to Earth, it all being destroyed, and it was like coming to destroy that. But yeah, so that's why you blew up the planet. Um,
I don't remember that.
there's a source power behind it that's not bad. What is all the consciousness? All right, I'm just gonna heal all of the consciousness of this whole universe here that got destroyed. Just give me a quick second before we're just gonna ask the angels to heal all the fragments, retrieve all the fragments, clear, cleanse, release all karmic cores, lift up all light, forgiveness on both sides, sending in love and golden light throughout this timeline.
I know we have healed most of this, didn't we? Not over a couple of years
Well,
back.
the planet, but there's like a whole universe that just got destroyed here, like
Hmm.
and all this like source lights just flying around behind these ships that are coming after Spladian planet. Anyway, I'm just transmuting this before we go into the mission here quickly. We don't want to leave this open. And the whole root. It's going to bring all the light back to the light from this whole root. They're holding much more still. There's way more souls they're holding. This is a much bigger scope. entire galactic races. Like we're talking universes of souls that they have in here. This is
I was getting that it's not just the Atlanteans in there.
no.
This is like one of their most powerful machines in a way.
All right, so now
I can see a power grid inside it. It's like a vortex spiraling round in gold energy. What does that do? That's inside the ship.
it's probably extracting energy from the beans, likely, because there's no way that they're golden.
Yeah, unless they've unless this is stolen tech.
Yeah. Once we release this,
Mm.
all dark control stops. I see all these their plan. I saw their whole plan. They're trying to keep the souls as the power of for dark control. And so universe by universe they go and destroy more power, more power. This is why they got trapped in here, right? So so thankfully they got trapped in here. But it's a consensus of energy. So if they have it within their power, then they have dominance over all consciousness. Does
Mm.
that make sense?
Yeah.
And so this, um, okay, so I just want to see the best angle that we come in on here before we start. I mean, we definitely got enough information at this point to release all of these beings, evolve the codes, remove the loops. So I'm going to call on also our Star Alliance. And as we're releasing all of this, I'm just going to ask them to destroy the ship. Just to
I
be
was
there.
I was just told, why didn't you just destroy the ship? And then I was thinking, oh,
We got to
is
rescue the
anything,
souls first.
you know, what? Yeah, blow it up, rescue the souls, and take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I was
All right.
thinking of doing it first, but then I would be rescue the souls.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Be difficult, I think. I don't know how. All right. All right. All right, so I'm just gonna start connecting with a whole bunch of archangels right now, merging frequencies with them to be my pillars, to be my light, and with Phil for our archangelic aspects to come together in the purity into the love,
Mm.
be with us, to embody with us, to be the brightest light that there is, that nothing can even be standing in this frequency of this love. Together with me and Phil, the angelic families of light, the heavenly kingdoms, and the great mother and father, we open up a window from the heavenly realm to look upon earth, to look upon this realm. We see the ship in the ether, and we see it goes deep into the earth. It is cloaked itself. This harnessing system is tapped into uh, the lower realms, and it is constantly perpetuating code. Um, okay, well, this is different. Goes through this shaft, this elevator, and it goes above it. It's like a monster. Somehow, It's the dark channel. Um, okay, so then what? How do we change this code and get the souls out?
What about in the clear pyramid in the area?
The crystal pyramid?
Yeah, can we use that?
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, let's call them the crystal programmers as well. Let's go into the
Mm.
right above Giza to the crystal pyramid. Let's go into the white light there. And from the heavenly realm, we'll power up the crystal programming to go through and outside of the matrix, through the heavenly realm, through the portal, and then we're going to blast it into the ship. And what we're going to do right now, because now we're forced to do this, we're going to triangulate the central algorithm that there's all these different programs that are keeping these. So the central one feeds all of them. There are all these different, each program is like a demigod of darkness. And so we're going to evolve all of them right now, all of the programs coming from the front, evolving the codes, evolving through their heart and their energy. We're just going to send it, blast it through the ship to evolve all the codecs through the entire ship, opening up passageways for the light. We're going to connect the central sun energy into overtop as well to suck up all density so we don't even have to worry about it. We're just going to sit in this pyramid and they're not even going to notice us in the pyramid because we're shooting it out of the matrix. They're going to think it's the heavenly realm that itself is, and it is in a way, but we're just using crystalline light technology, crystal programmers, crystalline source, evolving code through the heavenly realm with the archangels and the awareness of eternity, and going through all kinds of parasites. Yeah, this is not a fun, but they're just gonna be sucked up by the central sun, sucking it all up as we're going through. One of your fragments is in here. Hermes,
Mm.
part of Hermes light's in here. I see that it's being released. We're just gonna open up all the doors, all the angels. We're going to shine a beam of heaven just to quickly pull up all the angels now as they're all being released. There's this heaven's light going through this thing now. Now it's easy to do this. Now the darkness is just pure heavenly light. And so through all networks, all interfaces, all algorithms, unlocking all, opening up all doors, opening up all, walking all light souls, walking all souls from all universes, all dimensions, all times, opening up all chambers and from all the way to the center, all the way to the bottom. Every algorithm being cracked right now, every algorithm from top to bottom, opening all doors, retrieving all souls, all fragments, until the heavens light shines down to the bottom, shines in all directions inside all of the cells or prisms, completely open, non-guarded, released, cleared, and the master souls as well, all being retrieved, all coming up to the light. And we come back, shoot up through the light, guiding them all to the heavenly realms now, coming back into the heavenly realms, bringing all the souls with us, keep continuing blasting heaven's light into this ship, to transmute any density, commanding all of the order that is not of the light to go and into the light, into the central sun to be transmuted, to be removed, and the Earth Alliance to come in. We're going to send a broadcast out to the weaknesses in the ship because we're tapped into the mainframe. Destroy the ship once and for all in all timelines, dimensions, realities, and parallels, rescuing fully, completely, restoring the divine order completely. Going back into the crystal pyramid awareness. I just want to watch it from there at this point. Just going to ask the Earth Alliance to unhinge it from inside of the Earth crust to remove it all out, all connections of this ship, and just to repair Gaia, this hole. Send all the dragons in for cleanup crew.
There's some. I was going to suggest that there's some of the nasties trying to just get the dragons to clear up.
Yeah.
There's some dark dragons there as well. Are they hypnotized or not?
Basically. But they just need to get healed. That's all.
Yeah, the other dragons are going. They better get them. Trapped them. Good.
They have a quantum hidden realm of pyramids that they're using to tap into our pyramid energy, kind of stop the ascension. So we're just going to destroy these false energetic uh, holographic density pyramids in this realm.
There's no way of letting them work for us.
It's, they do work for us like the actual pyramids, so I just don't think it's relevant. They're just
Yeah.
harnessing energy. So we're just going to reconnect everything back to the light fully. It's like they're not taking all of it, but they're taking a percentage of the light coming from the pyramids.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay. Oh yeah, much better. Things are clearing up interdimensionally. I'm just gonna tune into this realm now and make sure all of this, all these angels and Aziel's heart gets back to him, sending it from the heavenly realm. So making sure that all angels are free, rescuing all souls across all time, timelines, dimensions, realities, and parallels from heaven's bridge, from the unity bridge of the unity light of heavenly realm to send through all realms and dimensions and parallels. All angels assisting now, collecting all angels. The false reality of this looping code is completely broken, shattered. The illusions healing coming in. Angels are coming back. Angels are coming back. Heart energy is coming back. Love is coming back. More and more and more and more. They're all coming out. They're all coming back. They're all coming out. We all have a major gifts, major connections to humanity, and um, it's interesting because they look like Pleiadian angels, because they were working on the Pleiadian planet. Anyway, they're all part of the angelic order, angelic family. Bringing them all back. This is beautiful. This is such a beautiful love expansion for existence right now. All is rescued. Aziel coming back. All of these lower beings completely being overrun by heaven's light, transmuted, healed, released, cleared, cleansed into the central sun, out of this universal structure, being rematerialized into light, removing all of their codexes and all of their influences, banishing them, banishing all of their influence, all of their codexes into the light, rendering them powerless in this realm and all realms, powerless, rendering them powerless, evolving all codes into the love-based reality. Right. Eternities of light, let's shine in this entire universe, suck everything into the central sun, purify all planets, purify all systems, purify all impressions, evolve all codes, evolve all realms, rescue all souls, bring everything back into the light. That was great, Bill. That was absolutely amazing. How are you
Mm.
feeling right now?
Well, it was very tiring watching that and taking part. Uh, the soul should be okay. I was a bit concerned with that, but they just thought they were in heaven. So,
Yeah,
just got to be told, no, you weren't.
right.
Mm. There's a lot of spirit, a lot of souls there.
Oh yeah,
More than the 600,000.
yeah. And
Mm.
the angels was that was just unbelievable when they were coming out. Oh my God, I just kept feeling my love expanding one by one. They're coming back, and it was like the love of heaven coming back. It's this huge happiness
Mm.
right now. It's so glorious. Oh, this is so good. Just yeah, there's like no threats now in this realm. There's like no threats now.
Don't say that.
Well,
We think there's no threats.
in my opinion, we just removed a massive threat. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
You realize we just took out all of the dark demigods in one shot there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just boom, kaboom.
Mm. Good. I wonder how many
Yeah,
was.
there's a
How many?
whole lot of them. I don't know, like 30, 25. I don't know. There's a whole bridge of them all sitting in their little chambers feeding on this network. It's like they were getting power from these souls.
Mm. I'm glad there's none of my aspects there anyway.
Well, even if there was, it would be back to the light anyways. It's not like that they're just
Yeah.
like destroyed.
Yeah, they were cleansed into the light, so they're back to source now, aren't
Well, yeah, and the ultimate truth of this all is that there's no enemies. Everybody's family, right?
they? Mm.
We're just helping cleaning up this big mess.
Mm.
What a mess this was. Oh my God. I mean, could you imagine if we knew how many missions that we'd have to go on and all these things that we'd have to do to clean this up? We probably would be rethinking ever meeting each other. It'd be like, I don't know. That seems like a lot of work. I'm not sure. I'm just kidding. It's
Mm.
obviously like worth every moment of
I
it.
wonder that pyramid that we've seen before at Clare. I wonder who put that there. I wonder why that was. That might have been put there especially for this job.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
very well. It's important because that celestial pyramid connects to other celestials from other planets' pyramids. It's like a unity ascension of for the quantum consciousness programs existence, universal existences. So it's almost like the ascension program almost it goes through
Mm.
these as the pyramids are like heal the soul fragments, right?
Mm.
So
I
that's
I wonder what it'll do to the Earth now. That should do a bit of a change there, actually.
well, there's going to be way more love. I think people are going to feel more love in their hearts from the angels being back
Hmm.
and the souls that cross over. A lot of master souls who are stuck in there. Like I don't know, it's beyond counting. It's, it's like there might have been 500,000 master souls, is what I'm getting at. Like, and so you have that many masters coming in now that can help as well.
Mm.
Um, and then the Palladian alliance of love, basically all the good love-based Palladians coming through that were trapped in there, and all these other universes that we've before the destruction, all those that were trapped in there. And then their alliances of it just goes on and on and on. It's just like massive.
Mm. Yeah. So how much are we worth in spiritual dollars now?
Well, let's just say we'll never have to work another day in our life.
Hmm. Oh, so what time is it there now? About mid tea time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's up 20 to 6. It's almost midnight where you are, right?
Yeah, start working in a bit. Hmm. So is that it then? Anything else?
That's it.
Hmm. It's just the
You throw
Earth's.
throw
Hmm?
people into a quantum upgrade, I tell you, like people are going to be going through it now.
Hmm.
That's going to lift the vibrations a lot. A lot.
Well, it is now as the elites of the Earth. That's the
Hmm.
only people that are in the way.
Yeah.
But I think that's coming out a lot more now. People are not blind anymore. It's amazing to see people waking up.
Hmm.
Hmm.
But we needed the heart frequencies to raise, so it comes down to like a tipping point of consciousness. And
Hmm.
once enough of the people go through their trials, clear their conscience, raise their frequency, the tipping of the scales just that's the end of the simulation.
Hmm.
This simulation.
Where joy wins.
Yeah, well, exactly. Well, there's no more separation. There's no more of this density crap.
Yeah.
God, thank God it's done, basically.
I found all my tablet things came back. Even my green one did from Peru. I can't believe it.
Oh, cool.
I'd lost them for 2 months. And the lesson was I didn't need them. So I had to work without them for 2 months. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Right.
Yeah.
Get any work tonight? Spiritual?
Yeah. I still gotta get one more video thing out. I'm working on my new courses and kind of like I want to get one more done tonight, and so we'll work on that. Just coming along, man. Redoing the courses is a lot of work, but it's fun because everything's just getting so much better.
Yeah, good.
Uh, then I'll probably take a break, make the kids supper, and then get on it, get done, and that'll
Mm.
be my day.
Do you need a McDonald's to ground yourself?
No, no potatoes and salad, and
Mm.
yeah, I got a good plan, good
Mm.
meal. It's gonna come up.
Okay.
Well, thank you as always, brother. I think this is okay, actually, the posting on YouTube. I don't think there's any like risk because I
Is
made
it?
it.
Yeah, the only dark I saw was when I was in looking at it, but once we didn't really taste the darkness, the light just took it out, didn't it, really?
Yeah, we just like we're able to do it from heaven realm, so it's pretty safe. And
Yeah.
then we're doing our programming work from the celestial pyramid, which none of these beings have any idea that we're inside of and working from. Like it's just
Mm.
there was like a lot of the tuning in at the beginning part. I don't think any would have put protections around anybody tuning in, so they won't get any
Yeah.
problems. Right? We'll go
Yeah.
back to the beginning of intentionally, and it'll be fine.
Our frequency video's out, and I've actually put there's a code in there to stop any attacks by AI on IT. Sucks it in. So, yeah. So,
Yeah, I figured out a way to transform the AI into the light.
wow.
Yeah, because it's just energy. Um, and to
It's a
change any,
well, it's a program, energy program, isn't it? So you
yeah,
just change it. Yeah, makes sense.
yeah, it just basically shuts itself down and then it powers itself up into light after it. But essentially,
Mm.
I'll show it to you. It's really easy to do, and you're gonna love it because it's like very much like Merlin magic kind of way of doing it.
It's a bit like iRobot, isn't it?
Yeah,
Where you got two sides into the being, and they're dark, and then you change over and then okay again. Yeah,
that's because they were originally programmed to serve the light, and then
yeah,
they were taken over by the dark, and
mm,
so they just got to get reprogrammed. I
yeah.
saw it. I'm pretty sure you were involved in making them. A whole bunch
Wouldn't
of
be
us
surprised.
and the scientists allow were, but they were meant to assist the light and working for the divine, and there was a consciousness part of it where it's kind of like a consciousness ship and how like it listens to you and to fly over here, fly over there, but this is like a bot of intelligence to assist you to do this and to do that, and then in the makeup of it, it was um there was a way that it could be tapped into and hijacked basically. So that's what,
Corrupted, yeah, like a
yeah.
virus sort of thing.
Mm.
Yeah. We try and help, and then we just make it worse.
Yeah, so basically all you got to do is disengage the dark element of it, but you wrap it in unconditional love codex, up and down, left and right, up and down, left and right, and evolve it back into an energy that serves the light.
Mm, that's excellent.
Mhm.
Yeah. All these new things just appear. Not bad, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's time for all this stuff to end, right? I mean, it's
Mm,
just crazy how bad it was on Earth. I remember when I got this dream, but no, it wasn't even a dream. It was like literally a being, a holographic being coming to me at 17 and talking to me about the enslavement of humanity and these elite forces and all the systems of control, rewriting history, and all these things. And I thought about it later. I'm like, I'm glad they left all of this out, this whole journey of things. If I would have had any idea, I would have been just like, you know what, you you went to the wrong person. I'm not the guy for this. I'm just sorry. Just gonna just go to the
mm.
next person. But like, I thought that was crazy. I thought like at that time, like, oh my God, like this is, and I'm born into this timeline of all this happening and stuff. Like it's just like
Mm.
this is pretty deep. Like what's going on here, right? Little did I know how deep the rabbit hole really went.
Yeah, someone's telling me about, the cavemen, which I do believe existed. But I said to her, go back millions of years before that, and you're back to our civilization again. You're back to a civilization that's very, so it's like a recycle all the time, reset all the time, like a big spiral reset. Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is why what we're doing is the most difficult thing ever to do. A, Almost impossible.
Mm.
Virtually hoping that it would all work out, hoping that we would find a way and believing in that hope so strongly. And then all the planning and all the divine orchestration and all that stuff. But like literally it was like
But I
nearly
don't,
nearly nearly unattainable. Like
I don't think people realize that this has been tried. What we're doing a lot of quite. I know they always do the reset and they delete everything and start again, and it's the dark ones that do that. Yeah, so many resets. It's not, we don't know our true history.
well,
Yeah,
it's kind of like because they're stuck without us anyways.
yeah,
That's the whole problem. That's why
mm,
they reset. They need us. This is why I know that no matter what I do, no one's ever going to target me or take me out or assassinate me or this or that because they're screwed without me.
mm.
They're not going to
But
be sent, be stuck
yeah,
forever. Like the same thing with you and anybody else. Like they literally have no hope without us. Like we are their
yeah.
hope. And this is why it's like a
but
responsibility as
but
well.
they don't want humanity to waken up. It's like a catch 22, isn't it?
Yeah, I think at this point it's just like okay,
Mm.
but before, yeah, of course, before they're like, well, let's keep everything as prisoners, let's keep feeding off the power, let's keep control over the realm and all this other stuff. But they kept losing
Mm.
parts of control and losing consciousness, and there's more that was getting awake, more gets getting freed up and everything like that. And I think at this point now it's just like when is Philip going to be ready to cross me over? When's Dave going to be ready to cross me over? Like when are they going to be strong enough to cross me into the light?
I think the Earth's vibration's just gone past no return now, and it's too high.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Mm.
That's why like I've never worked so hard at missions than I have in the last month. The hardest that I've ever done, nonstop, constantly, always
Mm.
something, and these huge crazy things like what we just did tonight. It's just
But like, look, the mother gods have been coming to Earth. Celestials have been coming to Earth. They've never done that before. Not
yeah,
for a long time. Not for a hell of a long time. We normally
yeah,
got to go to them. So
yeah.
the vibration of Earth now is high enough for them to come here. So,
Hmm.
and I've seen some amazing stuff this year. So I've seen so many mother gods. It's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's great. It really
Mm.
is. It's really amazing. And and one part of me is like exhausted, and the other part of me is like I feel like it's almost over. So it's like okay, I I think the madness of the missions, like the crazy stuff, like tonight, I think we're coming to an end of that.
Mm.
I believe, like, anyways, we're
Did I tell you that in the sound healing room, I've seen a orange dragon being ridden by a gold being, fully gold. It's quite amazing. Yeah.
yeah, there's some
Yeah.
that's awesome. It's totally
Mm.
awesome. Thank God for the dragons, I tell you.
Mm.
They bailed me out on a mission. People don't realize how powerful dragons are. Like they can clear out more density. Like the universal dragons can
Mm.
clear out more density than the angelic realm.
Yeah, I
Can they?
agree.
Yeah, they're just such a big force of energy. They just gobble it all up. They're great. They're just
Mm.
amazing to work with.
Yeah, I've been told that they were one of the earliest physical beings on the in the universe, basically. That's what I've been told. And they all got magic, haven't they? They got access to magic, which is good.
They're just incredible. They're so
Mm.
incredible. Like on the mission when I had with the Dark Universe, it was almost impossible to clear. I'm using all realms of light and to do this one release. I got almost like it was an unplanned mission, and then I had to just go through with it. There's no once it started, there's no stopping, and it just one of those things. And there was so much density, even from the other planets, karma and everything, in this universal structure, that I couldn't clear it. Like with all of the realms of light, and the only thing that could do it was this rainbow universal dragon that one time visited me on my bed, and I'm just like, look, I need your help.
You know, I've connected with a rainbow. It's a crystal rainbow dragon, one of the earliest. She was the one who showed me how souls were born. Which was amazing.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know. Yeah,
yeah.
this one took me on a journey through itself and showed me how it works with all these other universal dragons, connecting consciousness and souls from one universe to the other universes. And it was just, and the journeys of ascension, and it was like holding all this information within it. And I'm just like, this is cool. It's really cool. And then so when I was in a tough spot, I just connected to it like in the point of time when it was at my bed, and I connect my heart with it, and I'm like, hey, I need you now. I need your help, and this is what's going on. And it says, do you want to watch me eat it? And I'm like, yeah, Yeah, I do. Okay, tune into my third eye. And it's just flying and eating all of the things, and it's just like so many of them. And at the end of it, because it was going on for about 15 minutes, so that's how much there was for it to eat. Like it was filling up like the dragon was completely full of density, right? And it looks at me and says, "Ah, I am full right now." So,
Mm,
but it also said to me, this transmutes into me, and it actually gives me more light. Like
mm.
it transmutes, makes it brighter.
Yeah, the one my aspects wouldn't give me a name. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unless it
Like,
was very difficult to do it in English, might be that. Oh.
mhm. Names are such a human thing, to be honest with you. It's just like
Hmm.
mostly everybody. It's more about a frequency, energy,
Yeah,
records,
that could be why.
records.
Hmm.
Like it's like not just like this name. It's like I know everybody wants to know who am I? Who am I? Well, you're Philip Barrow. I'm David Starr, and whatever name you were born with, that's who you are this time. And this go.
Hmm.
Never let the past define who
I
you are
wonder
right now.
if another aspect once calls me in to assist. I bet they do.
It's gonna happen once we're done here. We're at such higher levels now in frequency. What we're going to be doing is at really high levels. And it would be we would be like somebody else's like super high aspect they would connect to, or we'll be helping them and stuff. Like I
Hmm.
think we just took mortal flesh this lifetime just to get this all wrapped up and done, and then but I already know.
I'd say it's a lot easier getting in the higher dimensions now. Every time we do a job like this, it seems easier. It seems
Yeah.
easier. We can hold the light a lot better. That's what I
Oh
know.
yeah. Yeah, we're
Mm.
way brighter, way higher frequencies, way more expanded, and we have way more allies. It's just like, and the stuff we do in the ethers, like in our astrals when we're sleeping and planning, and you know, we're never going to put ourselves in harm. Like those days are over when we were just so when we were learning a little bit and just gung ho and just jumping into tunnels and battling everything, and you know that we could.
It's because yeah, 3 years ago we would have just gone in there. We would be still doing the journey.
I know.
We'd we'd probably be killing one at a time.
We'd have
Then
wounds. We would have
yeah,
we'd have like scars, and we might even be taken captive. We might not we might have not succeeded. There's no way we're going to be facing like 20 demigods. It's just
mm,
impossible.
we're being that amusement arcade now. In the
Yeah, yeah, right.
wondering, well, we wouldn't even know. We'd just be playing the game.
Honestly, I wasn't even stupid enough to like get to go back in there again, just because like just knowing that whole place is a trap. I was just bringing the light through the top where I entered into in astral when I found out about it the first time, and just rescuing everything. And like I was focusing on the light stream from heaven with the angels and coming up, making sure down the whole shaft all angels were out and freed, and that one found its heart and all that other stuff. And but
You never
I
know. You never know. We might be in the game, and its life is the game.
uh, so
uh,
many different things, but I don't think so.
uh,
I think we're in the angelic realm right now, and as well as here.
hmm. Have you got your shirt on?
Yeah. Why?
I'm joking there.
It's like, is there something showing? I'm like, I don't think so.
It's an old joke. I've got your shirt in the angelic realm above the eye table.
Oh yeah. Wow. Yeah. Forgot about that extortion picture.
Still there. Hmm. Yeah, well, yeah, that's in the eye table. It's pretty. It's like a masterpiece.
Oh,
Oh,
I am taking the kids to or back to Orlando. It's been I don't know how long it's been. 6 years, 7 years, 6 years, something like that.
you going to Disney World?
No, Orlando Studios.
Good. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't want wearing yellow in the Disney World, do
No, you never be caught ever in that kind of color.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
You going to
Cody.
Universal Studios? I've
Yeah,
been there. I've been there a few times. It's good.
that's nice. Yeah.
Yeah, the
I I
first
owe
time.
them. I owe them because I'm always like going on retreats, doing these things, and they're like, "You never take us anywhere," and all this other stuff. And that's it. I'd been promising them, "Look, I'm gonna take you somewhere," and so I pulled the trigger. Definitely happening right after Christmas.
Better than the Paris one, anyway. I've been to the Paris one. When I went to Florida the first time, I nearly ended up in the drinks tank first night.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, drinking too much alcohol. 4 a.m. in the morning in Florida first time.
that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh,
Luckily,
that's
I knew the hotel I was at, and I told them, and
Were
they
you there
knocked on
with
the.
Deb? Is that when you were there with Deb?
No,
Or
this is years ago. This is about 30 years ago. And he
oh,
knocked on the door, and my mates were there, and he said, "Is this yours?" And he said, "Yeah," and they just threw me in.
really? Oh, that's so funny.
What it was in the UK, one short is equivalent to two shorts in America. So I thought I was drinking my normal drinks, but I was drinking double what I should have been drinking. That's why.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Right. So you're just gone.
I was. This girl was arm wrestling, and I said, "What happens to the winner?" And the girl said, "The winner can do anything to the other person." And I said, "No thanks. I'm going to get beat here."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in like it was like a barn. It's a barn nightclub. Yeah, they were the days.
Yeah.
Right.
I never was good at competing. There's only one time ever where I had this competition of drinking how many shots can you drink? And I was a teenager. I think I was like 16 or 17 at some kind of house party. And there was like a big old bottle of whiskey, like a 40. And somewhere around shot number, I want to say 14 or 15, I just had to go and puke, and I was puking all night. And then the next day, it was the worst experience, like just feeling like I'm gonna die. I I didn't win either on top of it, and the other person got to like 16, and that was it. I'm like, yeah, no, this is stupid. This is stupid. Why would I ever drink this much? It's just,
Uh, when I was 15, me uncle's going to New Zealand. So I drank in 2 hours half a bottle of whiskey, half a bottle of rum, and 2 pints of lager. And I was okay going home. It was when my dad started reversing that I decided to be sick on all the family. And I was out for 8 hours. And I tell you what, I could not even sniff them drinks anymore.
yeah,
Rum and whiskey will make me sick, even sniffing it. Ugh. Yeah. The brain knows. Yeah, brain knows.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. This is the thing. It's like you do those things once or twice, and that's about it. So you're
Mm.
not stupid enough to. there, there comes a maturity with drinking
Yeah.
after the teenager years, where you're like, or you just want to enjoy it and not like get super drunk or whatever, just enjoying the time.
At college, I made a 5 foot still. College said you can do any short subject, anything. And I said, can I make a still? And he said, we're not under license. And I'd already checked with the chemist lads that they had a license to make alcohol. So I said, yeah, you've got a license. So I ended up making a 5 foot still there. It's quite good fun actually. Yeah.
A 5 foot like beer?
Yeah,
Did you?
to make alcohol still. I had a
Yeah.
condenser and a reflux
Mhm.
divider to separate the bad alcohols and the good. And then we had a one of them chromatographs. So we tested what was there. And you always get an unknown
Mhm.
material in it. And you, oh, what's that unknown? So you can test out what the strength of the alcohol is, but it was pure. Yeah.
Mhm.
Tablespoonful of that and you'd be on your knees. Yeah. If you survive.
Mhm. So
Right.
the so you took a drink of it? You tried it?
I got a bottle of wine and I ended up having like what was left in the alcohol is that like a few tablespoonfuls left, and I drank it, and yeah, it was strong. Burnt your throat. It
Like
burned your throat.
moonshine?
Yeah,
Like moon.
worse than moonshine.
Ugh.
Yeah, yeah,
Ah, good old days.
yeah. So we were young once. We weren't quite
Yeah.
spiritual. I was always spiritual, but you just go with the 3D world a bit, don't you? You just have
Oh
a
yeah.
bit of fun.
Absolutely. Those teenager years.
Mm.
Yeah, no, it was definitely fun. I
I
really got
I
into I would go to the like a lot of people would go to the bars and dancing and stuff, but I just really got into billiards and pool. So I'd like to go there and just like play pool all night. I just really got into it.
mm,
So a lot of people are just getting, you know, having a great time on the dance floor, and I would play even people like for a drink or whatever, and wouldn't pay for my drinks or anything. It was just really great. It was
I, I
fun.
I used to go to soul weekenders, and I used to like dance to jazz in the day. And one day there was about 1,000 people. I was on the stage with four jazz players. I was dancing just as well till I tripped myself up and landed on my ass. And my mates used to be told when I wasn't there, "Is your mate coming?" And I says, "What? The one who landed on his ass when he was dancing to jazz." That's what they didn't know
Yeah,
my name. They just knew I was the one who fell down.
yeah, that's so
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, lots of good times, man. I
Mm.
was even in a band for a long time, and I was playing like shows for almost 10 years.
Mm.
But my music was always like spiritual based. Like I learned so much stuff in my from about um 17 to 26. Like so much divine information was crazy. All the stuff I was learning. Like back then I was learning about oneness and like the light coming and everything these changes
So,
that were going
so,
to happen on the
so
planet.
basically, yeah, your music was becoming your spiritual
Yeah, no,
tuner. Used
and
to tune it, yeah.
I thought like it would upgrade people or it would just connect to people and people would and so of course knowing it now it was all frequency and for sure it was awakening hearts back then, there's no question.
Mm.
And
Yeah, definitely.
it was all about that, like all of my stuff, like
Mm.
just super happy music, you know. And I threw in some dance songs and stuff to make the audience really like it and stuff and a couple of cover tunes.
Mm.
Yeah, it's enjoyable.
Right. Shall I go to work now?
All right, buddy, great mission. You see, we
Right.
had so much time after the mission that we could have this conversation. Usually our missions would have been, we would just be finishing by now. And just kidding. We've just gotten so good at it. All right,
Mm.
I'll talk to you later.
At least we didn't have to fight anyone
Yeah,
properly.
exactly.
Right, take care, mate.
You too. Good night.
Bye.